this is such a low budget setup. As usual, in this podcast, there's always some person called Memo who comes into the picture. You'll hear at the background. Right now, she's busy there doing makeup there. There she is there. Remember, when you're done with your makeup, you should show us how you look like. Is this going to make you like hotter than the way you are before or?
Hello. 50 bucks.
Okay, that's Rambo.
For the makeup.
My guy.
Man, welcome to my day.
You can't beat me and tell me this is 50 rand.
I never tell you, I told her.
No, you're lying.
No, I told her.
No, you're lying. No, there's no 50 rand.
This is how it goes.
No.
I give her my hand like that.
Oh, okay. When you touch my breast yesterday, you must.
Okay. We're recording. Hey.
It was done.
We are live.
Hey.
We are live.
We are recording.
We are live.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Guys, welcome to Nippycast. This is Volume 7. My name is DJ Nipro. So I'm with Thabo here. Thabo, we met through common friends, right?
Yes.
I think a couple of years ago, almost a decade.
Yeah.
I think we were drunk.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were drunk. Were we drunk?
I don't think so.
Do you even drink?
No, I don't think so. No, we were not drunk.
Okay, well, I also don't drink.
Yeah.
I also don't drink. Like I was saying earlier on, I need a manager. Somebody to micromanage silence during this podcast. What's going on? This thing keeps, there's something it's doing. So, okay, wait. Okay, let me remove here. It has to be here. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Technology. No, my last podcast 6, it was with Craig Mukuba. Craig Mukuba is a branding specialist. He's more like a marketing guru from back in the day, 90s, 2000s. He's in his, 60s, I think?
In the 60s.
Late 50s, yeah.
Okay.
So we spoke about conspiracy theories with him. There was a topic then. Unlike today, we don't have a topic.
Today
We suck.
Drinking coffee.
Yeah.
This is your Mkanda, right? Unfortunately, I'm not.
Is this how they do it then?
That's how they went and say they had some tea.
It's just that they were not recording the shit.
The tea with the old man, and it went well. So this is our tea, right?
Wow, those guys made tea fashionable.
Of course. Since then,
I felt like drinking tea the whole month.
people meet over tea. Sometimes we don't even know what kind of tea it is, but yeah, they meet over. They fly.
All the way.
All the way.
So, do they have an airport there?
No.
Or do they have to land somewhere and then drive?
I think they flew to King Shaka, and then the only thing that I saw, they
King Shaka, that's Durban.
Yeah, they went into a helicopter.
Guys, should I call at school? We should have something called a prefect or a class rep. Should I call a class rep to write noisemakers list?
Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, they will fly to Shaka.
Yeah.
and then drive to Nkandla.
I've been to Mkanda once.
Yeah,
Right. It's quite out of town.
it's like a Makaya, ne?
Actually, I think I would be closer to drive from here to Mkanda than drive from. We fly to King Shaka and then drive all the way. So the guys probably took a helicopter.
Oh, near the helipad. Some all
yeah.
landed on a sports field.
No, by the old man's place, because look, remember,
They should have it.
you used to, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, but it's probably outside.
No, in the compound. In the compound.
Right inside.
Yes.
Oh, is it?
Look, I mean, it's a former president, obviously.
No, it's probably has got the bells and whistles of everything.
No.
What were you doing in Nkandla?
No, I traveled. I traveled a lot.
Oh, is that your excuse for being found?
I've been to so many places. And besides, I went on. I traveled. I traveled a lot.
Oh, is that your excuse? What are you doing?
I used to work for.
You know, the one problem with me and this podcast is that I forget to introduce
No, it's fine.
Maybe introduce yourself.
But you already told people that we met through a common friend. So people don't really know what my name is. So you probably call me Thabo, and I'm not Thabo.
Give us the name.
This is McLenols. People call me Dr. T. I don't know why they call me Dr. T. Some call
So
me,
this type of thing, maybe
some call me Mubango. You know, back the days when Mubango started.
The soapy.
And the 4x4, you know, the 4x4 you just drive to Tatevondo.
Yeah,
I used to have a double cab back.
The one where Mama Cindy was in court and she said, Babana by 4x4.
By 4x4.
Oh, yes, I remember that one.
I happened to have a buggy by then. And then people around here say, I'm Venda and Mubango. Then because of the buggy and the fact that I'm Venda, and it just became my nickname. So
it has always been fascinating for most people who used to watch that TV show to meet vendor people. They would think that we do those things in real life. But like, fuck, I wouldn't stay in fucking
most of the things.
I mean, I've never been. Okay, I think I've been after a couple of years.
Yeah.
But I've never even been there by the time the soapy started in 97, I think.
Exactly.
I couldn't even answer half of the things. And some of the things are just a fake life.
But remember,
it's stuff shot at the studio at Henley by Auckland Park.
Yes.
And half the time, maybe they go into location.
Once in a while. And they'll probably go there, take some pictures of Tatevondo, the mountain.
They call them cutaways.
And the cutaways.
And then people think, so,
how often do you even see them driving? If it was a real thing. You should see them driving, passing the toll gates, somewhere crossing Mchundu River, going to Msanda,
to make it look real. No, but look, let's not criticize the soapy, because most soapies are like that. It's a make-believe type of life. The studios, I mean,
No.
we can go on and on and on and on. So people used to think Mubango, because of the backing, in relation to the cars.
The car that was used.
This should have been a long time ago, by the way. This is probably when the soapy was starting.
That was, I think, that was 2001, 2002, somewhere there.
Which probably was on its 5th year.
Yes.
This was before it even became a monotonous, I mean, an everyday weekly thing.
To have the real vendors and not the diluted one.
Now, Masugiri. Who else was there? I think even Dixedu was there.
Yeah.
The first generation. Even Ashifa Shaba was there as well.
A lot of people.
A lot of prominent, should I say, celebrities at that time were in that sort of.
And they won't believe, I think probably 16, 17, 18 years later, I featured on Mubango once.
What the fuck were you doing there? What were you doing?
Ufinya Boy, the new.
But you forgot your character.
The new king who took out from Azulina. I don't know what
I stopped watching a long time ago. I stopped watching soapies a long time ago.
Okay.
But I know sometimes I bump into it. Like recently I bumped into Skim Sam. I know there's a guy who's training to be a pilot. And that's all I know.
So now I was the Gwedemantashe of Mbango.
Yeah, Wakoroni.
Yeah, no, there was. This is what was
Wamsanda.
So actually, what is this guy? He was actually He was working as a mayor or politician somewhere there. So they needed to do
some sort of a mediation.
No, they were going to have some elections.
Oh, okay.
So I was coming from the party that he was supposed to be supporting, and then we actually went there to try and threaten him. If you don't push the mandate of this party, we are going to kick you out. So it was a brief appearance there.
And then I always ask myself, how often is brief would mean what? How many episodes?
No, only one. It was only one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but how often is the storylines of soapies in sync with reality? Are they always intertwined? Because whoever writes the thing, it's like writing a fictitious book, right? And call it Made As She Wrote, whatever. Like a Daniel Steele type of thing. The last book I read a long time ago, and I lost interest in reading, was a Daniel Steele.
Yeah.
It had to do with murdering somebody.
Okay.
But obviously that person was never really killed like that. The way they hoid at a granular level on the book. But somewhere, somehow, there is somebody out there who would commit such a crime. For example, I checked in the news recently, the guy who raped and stabbed that other lady, was this Teflop, may all rest in peace, was sentenced, I think it was to life in prison. So that thing would sound like a Daniel Steele book, but how intertwined are the storytellers from the TV shows versus reality, based on the character you were playing? Because you can always bring it back to reality and say there is like a guy, like you said, Gwede Montage type of thing. You get what I'm saying?
Look, I think as much as they don't really go and pick up exact events as they're happening out there in the world,
but the odds are,
yeah. Look, if we talk about elections, and what I like about Mbango is that most of the things that they do, if it's about June 16, they'll pre-record something that has to do with June 16 events. If it's about Christmas, they'll do something that has
to synchronize.
So on the day when it's exactly the 16th, like the 16th is on Wednesday. On Wednesday.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
I think so. Let's check.
Yeah, it is. They'll have something. No.
Yeah, there you go.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they will have something to do with
June 16th.
With June 16th.
Yeah.
If there's something that has to do with abuse and stuff like that, they always have something that comes and conscientize people about the things that are happening currently, or the current affairs. So that's one thing that I like about them. But besides that, whatever.
But that's the reality part. Yeah. But most of the nonsense is fiction. But my question is, the fiction is somewhat driven by reality.
But there is some reality, because if we come back to Mbango, obviously when it's to there's always been issue.
Yeah.
So somewhere, although they will dilute it a little bit so that it does not really look like what should do is Bochibase and whoever. I'm just giving an example, or Ramabulana or so.
So in real life, we might have those people.
Somewhere those things happened along the way.
Okay, let me fuck up with your mind.
Yeah.
There's one called Days of not Days. The Bold and the Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lady called Brooke Logger. My man just slept with everybody in that soap. Are you trying to tell me that thing exists in the fashion world in fucking Hollywood? No. Or is it perfect? What are the odds?
But look today. Now we are going along with polyandry. So if that did that by then, Brooke saw the future way there. One day this thing is going to happen. You see?
Oh fuck!
So the unfortunate part is that probably she did not marry them. But
no. Brooke, I think. Okay, well, I'm not sure, because I lost. Sometimes those soapies, they're so monotonous where you lose interest. Like I don't remember exactly how far she went, but she was in a relationship with everybody almost in the entire soapy. I was only waiting for her to pump her own son.
No, that's
how much of a whore she was. I don't know if I'm supposed to use that word, but I mean, if there is a word to be used and say "whore" in the dictionary and put a picture, Brooke Logan should sit there.
Look, let me not say anything.
Okay, well, yeah, it's fine.
Don't comment on that one, but yeah.
So we got diverted when we're talking about the introduction, the name, and then the move on.
So that's how I got in.
We got a bit astray there.
Most of the people that's how they know me around here. But yeah, I'm McLenols, Thabo, Ruambo, originally from which parts again? I grew up there.
Because it's far, my man.
I grew up there. Let me say I was born there.
Shokwadza, my man, do you know that? Okay, our common friend, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name. We can say the nickname.
Yeah.
Womaenda.
Shoes.
We have been doing shows there in that village for the past, I think it's been 3 years. Every single 31st of December, there would be a soccer tournament I'm sure you know about it.
I know, yeah.
Down by right before we go into
The band, if when you go into go side.
yes. We'll do the 31st thing there proper. Obviously, last year we were fucked because of COVID, like everybody else with the shows, and we couldn't do it properly. But we've been doing it like that the whole time. So, and that was my first time to go in that village, and I happen to like it because you know one thing I like about because now I grew up a lot in Tubothando. You guys will call us Manyarandu. You see.
Okay.
What you people do? So what? Am I not allowed to say it? Okay, cool. It's fine. That.
Yeah.
So, but what I like about when you go to isolated areas. Did I say areas? There's no plural of areas.
No.
Areas is areas.
Yeah, maybe you're talking about areas is
Like in debt.
As in debt. I don't know if you are in areas.
Okay. But I didn't go to Chikeva. I went to Kweva.
Okay.
A public school. So hey, fuck my English. I don't care. We're gonna have to put subtitles. So now register vendor. More often than not, what I bump into is humanity at the villages. It's a simple thing. I can walk into a yard and say I'm hungry, and they'll just say, "Let's eat." Try this shit in Johannesburg.
No, Joburg people, or you go to their house when they're about to eat and you decide to stay for extra 3 hours. They'll starve themselves.
No,
Yeah. Actually, the kids will start walking to their bedrooms one by one. Then you think these people are going to sleep. And no, they
sort of fixed match.
They're giving you space to finish up your whatever you came here for. Finish up and leave.
The fuck you came for?
And then when you're done, they'll I was dying. The people will come roll change your way.
Should I make it? Should I go further?
No. Watanga, Guruba.
Also, it's literal.
No. Yeah, but now,
like it's vegetable.
But of lately now,
It's
the other thing
it's from
come raw.
the opposite.
And you come to think of it, you come over there now. Vashang on Laji Camaro, Salazing on that. And that's Bavenda, Makazuri Bavenda Baquea. So, because what Makazera Bavenda Baquea, Bakam raw.
You see?
That's another angle.
Is it an innuendo? I don't know. Should I go further? I've got another one.
Go deeper, Papa.
Do you know me?
Go deeper.
Have I met you before?
Go deeper, Papa.
Do you know me?
I haven't, Papa.
You're wearing glasses. Do you see them?
Papa, we are right, Papa. Go deeper, Papa.
We got robbed in this country. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we got robbed. Hey, man.
It's a sensitive issue.
Okay, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Yeah, that's why. Okay, let me go deeper, Papa. When you are doing some shit at the house as a young person, your folks, or usually your mother, will tell you, Uri, let's apply the same analogy.
No, look, I don't think it's a mistake that people take Ukamro as Uyanduni. So I think if you look at it, but
I've always thought that they were talking about actually Ukamro Ngade, which is in English would be like, is it plowing?
Mara, if it, then you just try to divert.
Yeah, but now I'm twisting I'm fucking with your mind now.
No, I'm with you. What I'm saying, at least no bebe wababa. Mara Ukamro wait or ubebe. That's what Ubeba Sukamro. This is what I think.
Moropi.
No, never Ukauru when I'm one.
Fuck. No, I'm lost.
No, Sukamro. Ukamro Jamboree is easy, it's simple, it's interesting, it's enjoyable. Right?
Also, it's like pumping. Pumping is nicer than giving back.
Yeah.
Is in that context. That's what they're saying.
What else could they be saying? I mean, that's what I think. It makes sense when people say, okay, wamro, it was but Nilibobi Silimolene. Mutu mwanamanga silibiri ngati dana bapanda una mwana mtu kwanepa ngasi amburi people were doing 1 2 3 but havala ni bonezwa bo Thomas nabo majari nabo wana ndaba kuita mningo kana mro bana bakasidibe.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So although the term was used to hide gory details.
Yeah. But in softly and nicely and in a very subtle way. They were trying to say, hey, bon, if love never return about beating a medicon. Java Zuquini, Uprisa Ubeb, Jadipa Uzita Mara, Masando it or Camro.
If you look at it at a level, to be honest with you, if I was to choose in my life to come back as a female, I would just fear giving birth. Imagine having a human coming out of you.
I was listening. That vendor over the weekend. There was a topic on. Can I mention the radio station?
This is a free thing.
I was listening to...
We are very in the free market space.
I was listening to Capricorn FM, right?
Yeah.
There was a topic. So,
they are our friends.
I think one lady, or I can't remember if it was a lady who mentioned Uraiwa under the belt. It's more painful than giving...
Under the belt, you mean? But being kicked by the balls.
Yeah. It's more painful than giving birth.
Have you ever been kicked on the balls?
I don't.
By who?
I played soccer, bruh. Play soccer.
Okay,
and you got hit by the ball, yeah. The ball hit the balls.
Okay, continue.
So I could hear this guy making argument to Rihanna, giving birth it's not painful.
You wanted to compare being kicked by the balls and then giving birth?
How do you compare that if you have not given birth?
The guy doesn't have a vagina. He just never felt it. He's just talking because he's full of balls. Look, he's talking balls.
People get hit by the ball on the balls and fell on the ground like for a few minutes. Get ice and cool them down there. After a few minutes, you stand up and start playing soccer. And women go to what's in
They've got an option of Caesar.
Pain is a pre-birth for hours and hours.
You mean when the water breaks? What do they call that thing? Let's ask these ones who have given birth.
Let's just call them pains.
No, they call it. I'll tell you now. Fuck, we're dumb. Should we Google it?
Look at this fathers. Look at these fathers.
We are so dumb. Fuck.
Look at these fathers.
It's called memory. Memory can Google this thing first.
Let's check. Yeah.
Memory should be fired. She's not here. We're looking for her. She needs to Google this one.
Birth pains, man. What do you call them?
Say birth pains. Click on the first one.
Labor
pains.
We are dumb, we are...
Fuck, we are useless. Labor pains. And then, what is... actually, let's... you mean...
No, doesn't matter. The pain is not that before much better. This is labor pain.
Labor pain. So your point is that...
Pain and labor, like venda.
Marabe pain as chivenda.
Okay.
Butungu.
So ningati compare pain yoruwanga bora papa si inwi
nayo beba
inena kuruwanga bora zvino nikotamba kana notoraiwa vadavani vya ku ice vani fadzira ku pray kula vachipa dzino fadzira ku pray kula nado vanga vabora avana mufumakazi ane uruwanga labor pain ubva nga 2 ya madaucha namu bamuwara vamutsa zvibadela asvika dzura nta seat yala akuskoshana vida after 5 hours vari mama you're not ready to give birth, go back home. Fuck! Is that possible? Yeah, it happens. Abuye futhi kwathi kumuziya pain.
For real?
Some people go through labor pains for hours and hours.
Even a day or two.
Look, but it's not like non-stop. It's going to be pains, then they stop, pains,
then moderate. But can't they give her an injection?
But why would they give injections when you're not ready to give birth? You can't give it's natural.
And it might even complicate the pregnancy.
I don't know, but I don't think it's necessary to give you. When you're feeling the pains, it means that it's the right time
to go out. Fuck. So I'm sure all of us were born somewhere, somehow. Our mothers felt like that.
Exactly.
So, which is the same thing as the reason why we're all fond of our mothers is because of the fact that they went through that shit.
That connection started.
The bond is very, very, very serious.
Way back. That long way back.
Do you know what I'm trying to write in? Somewhere, somehow, we need to speak about makeup artists but I know she's here. But I want her to also guarantee us that. But actually, why didn't we have makeup for this show?
What do you guys
We should have
Look at us. We look old and we're
shiny.
losing focus. Yeah,
We're shiny.
we're irrelevant. We don't look cool.
Is this video even looking nice? Huh?
Yeah, it keeps going up and down, up and down.
If you
Cool.
stand
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, stand there. Actually, stand there like that.
Look how these vendor boys. Look how
Now we look awesome. Yeah, actually, I was worried about the thing. So cool. You're gonna be part of this dialogue actually while you're standing there. Makeup. Let's quickly go into what you were doing to memory earlier on. I think you did it to Charmaine as well. Oh, okay.
My fine.
You know you.
Yeah. I don't know. The sun is coming in this way. Go this way a little bit. Yay!
Are y'all good? Y'all good?
Good.
This podcast is developing very fast.
We good.
Yeah, so you look like you've got a makeup experience.
It was just self-taught.
For real?
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
watch videos on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's amazing what YouTube.
And you know, it's so funny. The other day, I usually come and sit here outside. I mean, for the past 2-3 years, whatever. I mean, you know. There's a guy, same thing, self-taught. He knits. Is that a word? Knitting? Knitting. He does. He knits. He does. He even does couches, all those proper. Even
sewing, knitting.
the sewing.
Same thing.
What's the difference?
Knitting is when you're using wool, right? Sewing is when you're using a machine.
Which one is a crochet? There's a crochet.
That
looks like a compass.
That you want to use the wool, like when you're making something.
So this was knitted.
No, but they use machines. It could have been knitted by a machine, not hand knitted.
Okay, JC was it's a knitting.
No. You get a jersey, which was done by hands, and you get a jersey done by. I mean, machines.
It's the same thing.
It's the same
now,
thing. Yeah.
The other one is just made with the machine. The other one is just handmade.
Yes.
Okay, because the other guy, I forgot his name, but he usually comes here. You probably see him. I haven't seen him in a while. I think this COVID thing fucked up everything. So this guy, he told me the same thing you're saying. He sort of taught himself to knit, and he showed me a wallet that he made. You would think this thing was done proper at a factory. Then, but when I asked him, you know me, when I ask questions, and I looked, there's just one thing he told me that he got off. The needle just went a bit astray, and then it went back. But you can only see if you ask him that question. This is the precision of
He's showing you.
the precision of the threading.
No,
You could tell only when he tells you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing as you. Maybe if I say you miss an eyebrow, can you miss one hair? I don't know. I'm just saying to be like that, but that should be at a telescope level.
like if let's say she's doing your cheeks and probably there's a little bit of a shadow.
Whose chicks?
Those cheeks?
Your cheeks.
I don't have chicks.
You don't have.
We do.
Oh, you mean these ones?
What are you talking about makeup now?
Oh.
What's wrong with this man? What's wrong with this man?
No, that was deliberate.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought.
Come back.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, yeah, you're saying doing the chicks.
Yeah. So probably you.
My chicks.
You. There's a little bit of.
How many chicks do I have? I've got 2. Okay.
There's an overshadow with the brush way, but you're gonna need an expert to say.
Do not say that's wrong.
Do you think I'm gonna come here and look at him like, look at the
chicks,
I need
they look
a vatre pass, the eyebrows are not right. No, I won't even.
Even the vantage pass on the chicks won't be flat.
Exactly. So.
Unless if the chick has got a flat face.
And the good thing about about people who like the guy who's doing the wallets and belts and stuff like that. Each and every one of those belts and wallets are unique, so they're not the same.
Yeah. They're actually tailor-made according to the artist's feeling at that particular time. So it's every single unique item. It's like a painter.
I can come and put mine this one here, you can bring yours.
Or you mean if it was him, ne?
And done by one person, but they will not look the same. You see.
So meaning, is this the same with makeup? Would you say? Are we able to tell that it's you on whose face that you made, based on the texture or I don't know, whatever number of layers you put
of
makeup?
How I got into makeup was, I was very like, how do I say this? I was a loner.
Loner, like you mean loner with like
Shandongol.
I was a loner. and-
loner like alone.
Yes, I never had friends.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I never had friends. So yeah, I got into that, doing that. Like, so I just expressed myself with makeup. But I got
Now it's an expression.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm doing this, I wanted to mic you, but it's to still talk. I'll just make it audible when you edit this thing. Or then been lonely.
It was not very lonely.
Lonely and loner are two different things.
Oh, please school me. And I went to a public school. Sorry. Bantu education. Yeah, but you guys got the better part of Bantu education.
Not giving you meaning of lonely and lonely. A lonely person.
So you can choose to be a loner, but lonely you can't choose.
Yes.
Maybe I think that's the difference.
You can choose to do what?
Be a loner.
You can choose to be a loner,
Yeah.
but you can't choose to be lonely.
No, you are a loner because you enjoy your own space. You want to be
By choice.
You want to be alone
Yes, by choice.
by choice.
Sometimes I feel like that.
Probably, yeah, you know.
Yeah, there are times it could be because I spend too much time with people.
And you
There are
go-
times when I'll be like, fuck, I don't want to see people.
I also do the same thing. I just want to go lock myself in my room, and the kids will come. And I'm like, I'll come and see you. You know,
And people will try to call and have a conversation for an hour.
and
Like,
with this
fuck.
technology, I look at the phone like this and making noise, and I just face down. Then I don't have to answer the call.
So would we say it's a mixture of a loner and I think the words we're looking for, there's introversion here and extroversion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were what, an introvert?
I still am.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm here for work.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it will change being
You don't change, but now you need to adapt.
yes. You
Situations force you to be
accommodate people.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you've got no choice at the end of the day.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, for her now, it's about bread on the table. So she can't go and be a loner with the
Yeah, it doesn't
that
work.
can bring food on the table, and she's not doing anything.
It doesn't work.
And then she's gonna end up being a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna put up your details for when you broadcast this thing, your makeup thing. Whoever we're referring to, we hope you kick ass. And then they're found. We are at Campton Park, Van Riebeck. This is Divekas Street.
Divekas.
And then this road, why did they name it M instead of R?
The roads are these municipality roads, and
Also, this is no, not M. Sorry, I think this is, they call it something else, P or something.
no, P is the name of the like the road, but this is R25.
Oh, okay, original name.
It's a Republic road.
Okay, so we're at is it regional or republic?
It can be
Because I think N is for national,
National.
M is municipality, R is regional.
Yeah,
So this is the region of Ekurhuleni as it passes.
it's in the Ekurhuleni region.
Okay, yeah. So we're at corner R what?
R25.
R25 and Divekas.
And Divekas.
Yeah.
Oh, but this one is Divekas. But when it starts that side, it's Corte.
Yeah, the whites, I'm sure the name is like
It's
this.
Quartel from the.
Quartel.
Yeah, and then when it comes to Spa, it changes the name. It becomes
Something else.
Divekas.
Yeah, it's so funny. You know, I used to stay in a when I first came to Johannesburg in 2002. I was doing my
The
first
view is
year.
good. Okay.
I was doing my first. The sun is coming in. I was doing my first year. at West Technical, which is now
No, it's fine,
UJ,
it's
which is now UJ, no?
But I'm trying to block the sun.
Yeah, it's blocked for now. So there was a street. It would die for 3 blocks or 4 blocks, then continues on the other side. So my assumption is that maybe this road was there, they just blocked it in between. Because it's the same thing, we're going to argue about things like demarcation. And then I think you're also in some of the tribal community leader, I don't know if you call them tribal.
It's just community.
Community leader,
Yeah, tribal,
like a civic association type of thing of this area, right?
Yeah.
Like there is a road like that one of Pongola. It goes all the way. I'm talking about where at the end of the day by Greenstone they will say it's Pongola, but it was there 100 years ago. It's just that the people who made the road didn't cater for it. There are those type of instances. So maybe it explains why these names change so easily. But sometimes it could just be a stupid naming guy. Because how do we rename the streets and then
imagine if this street was it's like Czech Street in
Pretoria.
That
Yes,
street
thank you.
Streets run all the way from Mamelodi. Oh, towards that.
Mamelodi is probably the first township out on the northern.
It runs all the way
side.
from that side towards Mamelodi,
Yeah.
and all the way to Pretoria North. All the way.
So basically, you can say
Not Pretoria North, man. It should go to west.
East.
It should from
Go
east to west.
up Ridgeville.
Yes, that's east.
Yeah, that's east.
Yeah, that's east. Yeah. You were saying?
No, I'm saying that's basically the main road type of thing.
Which is no, by far I think it's in the book of records as the longest street in the country, right?
Which one?
Church.
Yeah, it's one of the longest.
It's the longest in the. Is it in the country or in Africa? I don't know. Not even in the world, I think. But it's in the history books. Oh, should it? Google. Say the longest streets. And then this is a job. We needed somebody to do this thing. By the way, this podcast is starting at very humble beginnings. No budget for shit. We have to hire a human to block the sun.
No, next time we'll do it under the tree.
Say longest streets
In
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
It's Czech Street.
Church. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. It's long because I'm telling you that it runs past.
Who is this? This is News 24. Reliable. Because nowadays, I want us to move to that, Chief. I want us to.
Now it's called Thabo Pape.
Yeah, well, they would change the name. They'll keep. Memory, we miss you. Yeah. We need somebody to Google, but it's fine. So, Stanza, what I'm trying to say is, it's possible. Well, that's just my theory. I could be wrong or right, and we keep changing the names when we take over the governments. And there's a process to do in order for you to literally say we're changing these Divekas. For example, this area is called Van Riebeek. How on earth, 400 years later, do you still have an area named after a guy who did the first thing out of the boat to shoot blacks?
But okay, it's finished up.
I just get angry when I speak about that. The year was what, 1652? You trying to tell me this guy's got off the boat and had a decent conversation with our ancestors?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't, right? They didn't have guns. They had spears.
Yeah.
They had pistols. Some dumb pistol. I'm sure that bullet couldn't even pierce you proper, like compared to today's bullet. How would we still endorse a guy who took advantage of weaponry and technology that was advanced more than us instead of coming? Well, obviously we couldn't speak. I'm sure at that time, if you think about it, they were probably perceived as aliens, no? Because the same thing, because people thought the world ended at the ocean. And now these motherfuckers are coming with a space, okay, not spaceship, but with an ocean ship in there. It's the same thing. It's like if some spaceship comes now, we'll be like, hey, white people.
No,
I'm sure we've never seen them, but I mean, you get what I'm saying?
it's strange that they even say they discovered the place as if there were no people here. So
Yeah, as if
how do you discover KZN when there were
Like,
Zulus
those
there?
people there.
you know. But it's the same nonsense with the Americas and the Christopher and Columbus and the. Am I allowed to say Red Indians? What do they call them? Can you call them the Americans? I don't know. Can I be politically correct? I don't know. Look, but I mean that's like saying. Did I get to it?
It is. Currently,
Okay, cool. But we know what we're talking about. He found them there.
Yeah.
He found them there. So it's the same thing. So you can't walk into the Cape. It was where at the Cape, no? And then you take advantage of people who are not as sophisticated. And then, but we won on the spirit of Ubuntu, which is what I was speaking about earlier on. Of we are too accommodative. Even when you threaten us, and you can kill us all you want, which we have been killed so many times, and we have never revenged, you know. And we won a lot of battles. We won even the government in 1994. We've never even bribed white people, because I think at some stage we should have bribed them.
Right.
No, like we should have put them on a price tag.
Wow.
That's what they're expecting. And we will never do that. No. That's how peaceful we are. You know, I mean, Mandela went in, he never came out angry per se. So, for me, I still don't understand how today we have such, because I'm going to explain why I'm saying this. And then, but I don't want us to mention names of shops here. I'm a frequenter of places. The reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I meet different type of people, crazy people.
Me?
You are one of those we met, so
Special
obviously you are in the same basket.
Yeah, meet a lot of people, meet intellect, meet like you guys, and then I get mind boggled by different things.
Listen to him. He meets intellects. And then when it comes to me, he said like this guy. So I don't fall in
Like
the
you guys.
yeah.
How do you categorize yourself?
I'm in the part of on the you guys side. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, cool. It's fine.
You know,
Whatever you wanna be.
You know, it's like how do you feel when they said DJ Maphorisa is coming to play at Tando Stadium, and your name is also there on the. You're not there actually, and then you are and others. You know. So you are.
Oh, you are booked, but they just say others.
No, and others.
Usually the term is many more.
Yeah. You feel, but will I ever make it? You know. So the day your name is mentioned, like Mama, I made it. You'll go. Yo, I made it on the poster.
So what are you trying to argue that you're not an intellect?
No, I'm not arguing that I'm not an intellect. But you mentioned the intellect, and then you said, and this one.
Oh, you thought you're out of the spectrum.
No.
It's fine. An intellect like you guys.
Don't correct. Why correcting yourself? You get my point.
I get you.
Hey, I'm being cornered here. Well, my point is that
I'm part of many more. And many more.
Fuck! You felt not belonging.
Those who are sitting extra strong there, the stadium there.
Maracana.
Extra strong. So even when you see at the ball, you ask, did they score? You can only confirm that they score when they start jumping and
The others,
goal.
Or the others are actually going up and the thing is playing. We're like, oh shit, we can't see. But the VIPs are seeing
They can even see that this guy is sweating.
I'm sure the VIPs can call even the coach. Hey, coach, replace this motherfucker.
And the rest, they'll say, who did they put there?
I'm sure VIP. Don't you think in the VIP section?
That number looks like 9. No, it's 8, man.
Don't you think VIP when I leave my field, it go, yeah, hey, replacing it like Stanga. Hey, we don't want to sponsor you next month.
But do you think?
Okay, let's not.
Do you think if these guys had cell phones, if the coach had cell phone during the game?
Oh, nowadays they've got these things here.
No, I think
In the past, you'll see a coach just. And then he turns red if he's white. Usually it's the white coach who can't speak English properly.
The guys who have mastered this thing, I think the rugby guys, they've got the earpieces there, all the coaches.
Even prior. Or even
I've
like
seen,
now.
I've seen them have this. The coach won't even be by the the ground. You'll be sitting somewhere in the suit watching screens.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how
Yeah,
smart
but
they are.
well, I don't think you need to coach them from the ground because those people, they are so. For me, at some stage, I couldn't tell the difference between wrestling and rugby.
Okay.
So they might wrestle the coach.
Yeah, those guys, yeah. But you interjected. We were talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm losing focus.
We were talking about Chikwaza, and going to the neighbor and get free food. And
this-
Achikambro.
Yes. So that's the one, which I've been accused of. I've been accused of the same thing, and I don't know if it's sitting in my DNA, and I don't like it because it works against me. I'm the type of a guy who would probably give you my food to eat when I haven't eaten. The culture I was taught when I was growing up.
You were raised well.
I don't know if it's well. What if I die of hunger, Jeff?
No, you are not
I would
selfish.
probably just give you my last money and then I'll be starving the entire time. I'm that type of a guy. My mom.
You think of.
Well, but I think I need to learn to be selfish because
Is this how you got a small body like this? Because you
yes, the other food the other people
Yeah,
ate.
he gives the food away. He gives his food away to boys by the streets. Like, guys, quietly, wake up, come home, they're eating.
Yes, that's what happened.
And then your
first
mom
time-
would fill up the plate and.
No. At first, my mom beat me up when I was young. I think I was 5. I was 4. So they used to buy me these things. I think it was the year was 1988. So I was coming from crash. I went to the crash.
You went to crash?
Now you're gonna do that thing of this Thabo people because they went to crash.
So you. Hey, bro, you went to crash, bro.
Yes, I went to like a proper crash in preschool and thing. Graduated and shit.
Jesus.
What? What?
No.
No, but you got, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
No, look, it just clears up certain things that there are certain tables where probably we might not invite you. I mean,
I know, but that was
going to be sitting with the crash, the whole. You know when they say it's the whole crash. I'll give you an example. My indalo shika na crash alo yote. I'll tell you like you. So do you have your graduation gowns and stuff?
Yeah, I have.
You got pictures?
Yeah. I think when we air this thing, we'll have. I can put it up.
No.
When you'll see them.
DJ Knipro went to crash.
I did. I started in 1988.
Hi, you older than me. You went to crash and I didn't go to crash.
Yeah, but I was privileged.
Ooh.
I'm kidding. Where did you grow up?
In Tembisa.
But you should have gone to crash.
I had
There was
a
no-
nanny.
No, the auntie.
Oh, she had a nanny. She had a nanny.
The auntie was there. The
Yeah.
auntie was there.
What was she teaching you?
Nothing.
To be a loner.
Even me, the one
Not
that
to be alone.
She taught you to be a loner.
you see, no wonder
you see
the
now-
psychology.
I'm the second child.
You're the second child.
Yes.
And
I'm
how?
the second
What
child.
is the gap between your big sister?
She's 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, because growing up, we grew
What
up
year?
together.
What, you said you were born what year again?
92.
No, so your sister's probably my age, more or less.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere. So,
Guys, I can't.
No, but we did because you know what? I don't know. I don't think I was taught this thing at crash. I was beaten up at home because when I came back from crash the other time, I gave all my friends
Your lunchbox.
not even lunchbox. They used to buy me this yogurt. Yogurt. I don't know what brand it was, but it was yogurt. Your typical yogurt. Like now it's Danone, and
yeah,
then the
Danone
popular.
and stuff.
Those other ones would buy for our kids now. They would always get me like a proper 6-pack per week, whatever. Oh, me, I threw a party one day.
One go, you gave everyone.
I was
was a
beaten up.
party.
At my place, there was this other tree, umberegis. What do you call umberegis? Peach. Peach tree. They beat me up with that thing.
But remember,
They took the key of the fridge.
remember,
And then,
your
fuck, I was fucked.
Your fridge had the key.
Ooh, you used to lock your fridge.
Guys, come on, you're gonna make this thing sound like it was not there. It was there. What do you
No,
mean? It was a KIC.
But
KIC.
What?
Yeah.
no,
The spelling in a KIC with
there
the
a
key.
lock?
Yeah. I got so hurtful with the fucking of the key. When they unlocked and they left the key in the fridge, I took it and threw it in the bush. And they never found it. Since then, they never locked the fridge, but they stopped buying all the bells and whistles in the fridge.
Yeah.
That's when I realized, like, fuck, life
But
is
you
hard.
can unlock it.
Stop throwing unofficial parties, eh?
You could unlock it with a teaspoon because my grand had.
Yeah, I was not that smart. I don't know. I just wanted to see a key. I was just like that. I was a firstborn alone in the house.
You guys, they even had to lock the fridges because you guys were not used to take things from the fridge.
Which went on for a while. Like, I mean, for example, I don't know about you guys up there. You guys have got streams, river streams there, right?
Yeah.
You would go swim,
Yes.
but at least they flow. They don't infect you with malaria, right?
But you do get bilharzia.
So you wouldn't advise people to swim.
It depends which type of season when you're gonna go swim, because there's times where in the water is like flowing, the rivers are clean, and then you get the time where now you're going towards winter, there's not a lot of water, and then you've got mosquitoes and stuff like that, and then you've got bilharzia.
So somehow you can
Because
run away
those
from
things
the shit.
they'll like be swept away if the rivers are full. But when
like cleansing the water.
exactly.
And then, but when they're not, then the thing goes
But
into your pipe.
It depends where you're gonna swim. If you're a Mampara, you don't know how to swim.
I'm a Mampara. I can't even swim now.
You're gonna go swim where like a little pond, dark pond.
Yeah.
Which is what we were doing.
So we go swim deeper.
On a
we go
proper.
deeper. So you can.
So you can swim properly.
I can swim.
If I throw in the ocean, you can do how many kilometers?
Ocean. No, you don't.
It's in an ocean. You're not.
No, white people. I've seen white people swimming
white
in the
people
ocean
go
in the
in the
movies.
ocean.
What the fuck? What?
It's in the movie, like you say. It's in the movie.
Exactly.
No, I've got a friend. His name is Chuck. Chuck has done. I forgot the name of that stream, but that he broke the record at that time. I think it was a good 10Ks or so.
No, but if they're doing.
Okay, well, I think I'm lying, but I'll get the right measurement. But he did a couple of kilometers.
There are people who.
But they're tired.
I've seen real things. People probably in islands. People will be swimming from this portion to the other end. But it's controlled. There are people who are guarding them. Probably they put them in the cage. You can't just go and throw a person in the middle of the ocean if they go swim. The sharks will.
Okay, but no. Well, but I'm saying my point is how far can you go in a normal dam?
By the beach.
Not by the beach. Let's just say a normal dam.
Look, I can go deep 20, 30 meters, 40 meters into the water.
Which is from here to the road.
No, not the road is probably about 60 meters.
So you wouldn't drown between here and there.
No.
Fuck it. Now drown by the fucking thing.
Actually, I wouldn't drown anyway.
I mean, you can.
Yeah,
float.
I wouldn't drown unless the water is strong, sweep me away. But not because I can't control myself and I'll just give up. I will not drown.
I think it's too late for me. I will probably die here. I'm telling you, man. No, my biggest fear is drowning.
No, I'm not scared of water.
You see, so going back to the Malaysia part, so they would be caught swimming in those ponds. I've caught Malaysia before.
Yeah.
I've peed blood before.
90 or 80% of boys who grew up in the rural areas have got.
We've peed, we've got Malaysia before. Or these Joburg people who grew up in Tembisa just said, "Oh my God, they don't even know that this shit was reality."
This one from Tembisa, they go outside when it's raining. They come just little drops of rain. They've got flu.
No, I walk in rain, but I can't swim.
You guys are spoiled. This
I'm
Joburg
not
people are
spoiled.
spoiled.
How you saying I'm spoiled?
No, I think, to be honest with you, I think you guys, okay, in this spectrum, if this spectrum is from 1 to 10, on having it hard, if 1 was having it hard and 10 was having it easy, you guys had it at 1, I probably had it at 5, you guys had it at 10. Does it make sense? If we create a spectrum, like, let's say, like this.
1 being the hardest.
1 being the hardest, 5 being just moderate.
Yeah, Baba, you should have a 0.00.
Oh fuck!
Going back to Chikwaza. Let me tell you, bro.
Yeah, because I want to hear that.
I started school way back. I'm not going to mention where.
Tell us the year. What year?
No, yeah, way back. Way back. So, bruh, I used to travel from.
Can you please give us the slide? Can you please switch on this?
I used to travel from Chikwaza. Actually, we used to stay at some village, but in Chidurundi. Some village, but in Chidurundi.
The other plug? Sure, thanks.
So, I started schooling there. So
Chiduruni.
We moved when they were creating these Bantu stands. Because then they moved us to Chikwaza. Then we stayed close to the clinic there. If you know where the clinic Chikwaza is, not far from there.
Like how do you know that corner that I spoke about?
Okay. Then I would walk from Chikwaza, Mapurolo, all the way to
Mapurolo.
all the way to Ruheni.
Is it the part where the gravel road that keeps continuing
It's
after?
going as if you're going back to Arambuta to Zimauli.
Oh yes, I see.
Yes.
But it's a gravel road that continues from the tire road. As you come out after where we have the gig.
Yeah, but remember, there's no taro. It's gravel. So
No, I mean,
I used to walk-
before you go into the gravel, there's a taro that ends, right? The gravel, the playing field.
Yeah. So I used to travel there. Actually, one day when I go there, I just need to
Okay, there was interruption of noise. I don't know. Maybe in future we should get security guards.
So
Actually, that guy's a security guard, but I don't know.
no, it's not.
Maybe we
it's
should.
not security guarding me.
Okay,
So I traveled. I think the school was probably about 10 Ks. 10 is it 8 Ks?
it's
10
like
Ks.
from here to Greenstone.
No, it's far, man. It's far.
Further.
Yeah,
From here
They're
to
probably about 15 kilometers.
From here to Alexander,
No, Alexander. Yeah,
more or less.
you see Tutumani. Probably from here to Tutumani.
Okay, well, the people don't know where we are. Let's use a typical example. Let's say from Pretoria, I'm going to use Pretoria like as a popular spot. Pretoria Union Buildings to around right before Fontaine.
Yeah. No, that's close.
How about right before Centurion?
Take it a bit up.
Yeah, come on. How many cases? Oh, well, that's 5. Okay, maybe let's say before Centurion.
Yeah, we used to walk, bro. Because we
From Union Buildings to Centurion, maybe. Can I say that?
no school sifanga 2, ne? Kanga 1. This guy nga 5 o'clock, kanga walking.
You were slaves.
Yo, and by then,
One education. No wonder nothing happened in this country. The countries were being micromanaged.
and by then, bro, I didn't even have shoes.
Oh,
In winter, you'll walk and you'll kick a stone and you won't feel the pain because they're frozen. The toes are frozen. Then you go to the classroom, then start getting warm. Then
you start feeling the
Then
pain.
the blood starts flowing. Then you
Jesus
feel
Christ.
the pain.
Fuck.
And you
I don't know. I feel like saying sorry, man.
see now.
I don't know
You crash.
who's going to apologize for this thing.
Crash people. and,
No, but
and then later on, I don't know, some good Samaritan bought a bus. That bus was written none blankets. None white.
what year was this?
Years ago.
Give me a year.
7.
So, but what do you want to write a bus 9 whites? Well, this sounds a
No,
bit. There was
no.
racism, but you were doing just reverse racism.
Yeah.
Or the whites should not jump into this thing.
It
for the
was
blacks.
written non-white. I don't know the logic.
It was for the blacks. Yeah, well, it was an apartheid bullshit.
So probably that bus was written so that
The whites.
maybe there was a bus that's gonna pass, and on the side it was written Rien Blancas, and the other one that is for that was gonna be for white people, and then the other bus that's gonna come for black people would be written non-white. So
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Memory? Yeah, speak. Three. Yeah. Do you want anything? Okay.
So the bars for blacks will be written non-whites. The bars for white people will be written head blankets. So
Maybe that guy was just saying it to spite them, to show that we've got power.
but bro, we could not spite people in 1976, 77. You couldn't do that.
But he was never threatened about
you
being a reverse racist.
No, but I'm saying you couldn't go and mock white people at that time. Remember that's when the uprising.
Who was this guy?
I don't know. One day I just want to go there.
I want to
and try to find out.
I want to, but I'm sure he's probably dead by now.
No, I want to ask.
Hey, Barry. Sure.
I want to ask some questions when I go home. Yeah. But that's how hard it was. We walked from home to school, wearing shorts, Baba, and I was very small. I was very small when I grew up. I'm actually still small, but
Yeah, well,
it was not easy.
it was not. I don't think, the other, last weekend, I was playing at, that shop, Miss Cafe, in Thabo.
Yeah.
So what happened is that we were discussing some stuff with a friend of ours. He was telling us about how depressed he was and all those and whatnot. And then I started arguing that maybe black people never really get depressed because they were born in depression.
I don't think we don't get depressed.
We do, but we've got our way of dealing. Were you not depressed as you kick a stone with a frozen foot?
Probably. I didn't even know what depression was by then.
We don't even know what it is, but we've gone through. We've gone through the nonsense.
Exactly. It's a bus which we eventually got in our community. This bus passes in the morning, goes all the way to it passes Harambuda to Chipata. Probably it ends the cycle. That is where your little town is. Sibasa was very far.
Sibasa was like another continent.
It was another continent. Because I know when I take Zabosnyek, when I take Zabosnyek with those taxis they used to go to Sibasa.
This was in the 70s. There was Rukoto there, I think, at some stage. The buses.
Okay. Rukoto.
Yeah, no, I've got stories of the buses being the only transportation operator.
Exactly. It used to be. That's only the easiest way of moving around, because those guys to own a bus was like owning a farm.
Very.
So yeah, that's what happened. So we didn't get it right. It was not.
That's not easy.
It was not easy.
For me,
I somehow.
Barry.
I'm not angry.
We need a serious. In fact, we need to buy a studio. Fuck, man, this thing of broadcasting outside.
Nobody can do it under the tree. Do it somewhere. You can do it in different locations, right?
Okay. Yeah. No, it's fine. Let's continue. You were saying.
So I don't have like negative feelings or angry.
It was not your fault.
No, it was not my fault. And look, I got the feel of both. I grew up in the apartheid time. I know how it feels.
You were a Bantu.
Bantu. I went to Bantu education.
Like Barry also went through the Bantu shit, but as an Indian guy.
Yeah, probably.
As a Charo.
Maybe was.
We did this other podcast with him 2 podcasts back. He had it hard as well.
So yeah, that for me somehow molds the person I am today.
So if you were not to go through that, do you think you would be where you are now?
Look, You know, the chances of you not being what you were supposed to have been because of the environment.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
It's like a bed shitting on your forehead. The odds are very.
This is what I believe.
Neither here or
This
there.
is what I believe in. Our life are predestined. Whatever you're going through,
Predestined, you mean like a script?
it's somewhere there is there. You're gonna have to go through.
So somebody wrote a script for us.
But
So are you saying somebody said we should sit here?
But you think if you had a choice, wouldn't you want to be living somebody's life today? You probably
actually,
wanted to be
No.
Jay-Z's.
No. I don't think so. I thought about it once, but I think I would regret it. Do you know why? I don't think I would pull it off the way he did, because I wouldn't understand him the way he understood himself. So I think it will just be hijacking somebody's position.
This is me.
You know.
And I think it helps me a lot to understand whatever I'm going through. It's my fair share. Whatever happened to me is part of my journey. All right.
Okay.
So this is my point A.
Yeah.
This is my point B.
Yeah.
Eventually, one day I'll have to reach my point B. Probably my point B is my death. Right?
Is that the last part?
Even if it's X, Y, Z or X, Y, whatever.
See, it's after death.
But what I'm saying is, I started it.
Yeah.
I'm in a journey. This is a journey. This is a journey of my life.
As you go towards
Your
death.
Exactly. So
Actually, but to be honest, that's how it is. You're gonna die.
You just have to accept it.
Fuck.
So, whether I reach point B today
Yeah.
or I reach point B after 15 years,
It's immaterial.
it's material. The bottom line is I'll get there. But how do I get there? I don't know. If I knew how my tomorrow is going to look like,
You're gonna manipulate
I'm
it.
going to manipulate it. I'm going to fix it.
It's like knowing tonight's lottery numbers. Then you'll win it all the time.
So
Yeah. No. Oh, fuck. I never thought about it like this.
Yes, we are human
You're
beings.
right, you're right, yeah.
We some of the things that we like going through, it's not easy. It's your slice. It's part of your
So,
brain.
Joe Barco pusher. Because going back to the guy who was depressed, depression was part of his pathway. To teach him a lesson of something was missing.
You can't
or-
say it's teaching you a lesson. You can't say it's teaching you a lesson.
No, because this question, have you ever been depressed? Because the question for me, if they were to ask me, say, when I was born, automatically, the word depression came into the picture.
So do you think?
And I lived it. I didn't know. I didn't even know I was going to pay my school fees when I came to this town.
Okay.
You know?
I want to ask you. I want to ask you a very stupid question. Do you think? And I'm going to use a very. Do you think a death in the family it happens to teach people in that family a lesson?
Okay, well, maybe I used the wrong term because to say it's designed to teach you a lesson. I'm just saying, don't you learn from it? Doesn't it have some sort of a defining moment?
What do you learn by a death in the family? That you're gonna prevent it from happening from another member of the
There's
family?
no fucking way.
Okay, probably.
All you're gonna do is you're gonna prepare to bury everybody
You
else.
can talk about having to wear a mask now that I'm talking to because of Corona. That's a lesson because you saw people dying.
I've not been wearing-
I'm giving you an example. But
Because we're scared.
a death in the family, I don't think God allows it to happen.
No, but why? Okay, so now when people die, they don't blame. They blame who? When people get born, they blame God to give us a gift. When they die, they say, okay, well, God took. Cool. But don't you think the wheel, like you presented it here, it needs to turn in this manner, you know? And then what happens if I stop it here? What is this again? One? I'm A and B.
Yeah.
What if I stop it at A.8?
You stop it yourself.
Is this like committing suicide?
No, this
Because most of the depressed people commit suicide.
I am saying, the simple way I'm saying, we all got a starting point and the end point. Whether your end point happens because you took a gun and shot yourself, it was
So you can make your own ending.
it's there. It was going to happen.
Now we're going back to Danielle still writing her own book.
You see, so you can't then say,
Oh wait, Danielle still is what is it, male or female?
hello.
Danielle still. We're gonna have to research. I don't know, but I used to read the book. But I think it sounds like a chick in disguise as something else.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, right? Writing your own
Yeah.
memorabilia.
Not memorabilia.
Yeah.
There's a book I read some years back, an African book.
Oh shit.
Kenders van die Aarde. There was a short story called Die Ooreenkoms.
What does it mean?
Die Ooreenkoms means
I did Afrikaans, but my man.
it's like wanting to see your future. So this is me and you. We are living here. We have big friends, and then we are just thinking, playing with our mind already,
and throwing forward.
And then I die, and I'm like, my friend, if I die, and I happen to go somewhere where you don't know,
You're gonna sort me out?
No, I should be able to come back or give you information. Hey, bruh,
No, you can't come back. None of them made it back.
this place is like this.
No, the only thing you can do if you die, when you get there, just prepare some shit, some nice things to say, hey, my friends are coming.
So
Because you can't come back this way.
Unfortunately, it can happen. So same thing.
But we don't know if when you're there, you can still do it.
Let's for the purpose of this conversation.
Okay.
Let's say
the book.
Yeah. Let's say it can happen. Let's not go to other beliefs because I'm not well versed to speak about those things. But what I'm saying,
I'm really just scared of those. But me, if I die now, I'll try to
come back and tell us.
No. I know. When I come back now, it's gonna look like a ghost. No, I will sit there and wait for you guys and say hola hola when you come through, and I'll make up like a VIP table, like proper. I'll be like me, the way I treat you guys when you walk into my shows.
So
like probably like that guy.
So and
then I will introduce you to God. I'm like, hey, bro, God, this is my guy.
I like your thinking that one day when I will be sitting next to God. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, come on, me and God are friends. I'm that type of a guy. Well, by the way, the flip side of it, if I go to hell, I'll introduce you to the devil.
This is what happened to these two friends. So the friend who remained alive was worried. So where did this guy go? Did he go to heaven? Did he go to hell? He's not coming back to tell me, bruh, I'm worried. Must I stop running because I'm wasting my body? Must I stop doing it? That's a problem. You understand? So if we knew how tomorrow would look like, I'm telling you, this world.
I just had an epiphany. We'll try to manipulate it. You're right.
Exactly.
You're very, very, very right.
So I think it's a bit hard to say whatever is happening in our life. It was like
it's supposed to happen.
It's like a script that is written. You're gonna have to go through the script. You're an actor. Your script is there. It's written. That's. Let me say it's far.
It should happen in that manner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other things probably. It can happen that we find ourselves in the wrong place, the right place.
Sometimes we do,
but who's supposed
and we get in trouble.
But who's supposed to be in that right place, in that wrong place? It is not you, because that is part of your script. That's what I believe. Well,
I guess so. Shit, fuck. It looks like this dialogue has to continue at some stage. Because for me, I thought today we were gonna talk about. You're a weird guy.
Yeah.
You do white things. Like the other day I went to your house there when there was load shedding. Yeah, shit, I saw a lot of Kruger National Park material there.
This camping thing. But we grew up camping. Blacks grew up camping.
Automatically.
No, we are campers by naturally. We never had houses, right? Like modern houses.
Yeah, but no, not me.
No, should I say your ancestors?
Oh, you mean my people?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I said modern now. You are a modern person, so they.
Mara nilikunya kwa mbara shedo. Because I think this camping thing, maybe we can pack it and then go to it in the next one. Chief, it has been nice talking to you. Obviously, we are at a pub, Two Oceans, on Compton Park, Van Riebeck. We owe each other another podcast.
We'll definitely do that.
Proper.
Good one, yeah.
We're gonna, but you see, because you were scared to say, do I have to say something? No, it's a free world.
Look, I don't want to implicate myself.
No, don't worry.
Check.
But nobody watches this thing anyway.
Can I not answer this chair? Otherwise, I implicate myself.
It's subdued decay.
I don't want to find myself in the state capture.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then I think this episode is gonna be dedicated to. We've got a friend who usually hangs with us at this bar. His name is Dovani.
Yeah.
Kuba Chakuma. He recently passed on.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So may his soul rest in peace. Maybe let's dedicate this one to him.
Yeah.
Wherever he is, he should.
May your soul rest
okay.
in peace, Dovan, and the family get comfort. I strongly believe that you are at peace. And,
even though we don't know where these people go to.
exactly. And the family will get healing with time.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Fuck. This one could last for another 2 hours. I'm ending it. Sure.